February 3rd, 2007. Dear Harjeet, you would have been 4 years old today, and I wonder what your favorite color would have been. Whether or not you would like green peas, and if your first word would be mom or dad, but I'll never know. Because the daughter that I could have had was murdered. Your grandmother had no thoughts of whether you would have straight or curly hair when she threw me down the flight of cement stairs. 14 steps were threatening my life and yours. For any life less than a baby boy was not worthy of flesh and bones. 4 more stairs to go, and then I hit the dark purple, gray, and black stones. I feel the warmness of blood in between my legs, your grandmother's voice taunting me from above the stairs. There was nothing left to be said. I felt your last breath escape through mine, and you were gone. Another female life slaughtered. The demands for a son never far from my ears. I was left with the blood of my daughter's life in my tears. Tell me, which body will I mourn? Hey Rabba, save my Harjeet, the daughter that was never born. March 17th, 2008. Dear Prabjot, you would have been 3 years old, and I would have dressed you in bright yellows and pinks. Your sandals would have matched the ribbons in your hair, and I would have sung you the lullabies that my parents sung to me. So I told your father that we were going to have a little girl. But then he beat me. Under the influence of the crystal blood wine, he became merciless, and I knew that you wouldn't survive. A daughter just wouldn't do. Having a son was his only need, and I couldn't see you, but I felt the tears spill from your eyes, and I began to bleed. Another female life slaughtered. The demands for a son never far from my ears. I was left with the blood of my daughter's life in my own tears. Tell me, which body should I mourn? Hey Rabba, save my Prabjot, the daughter that was never born. April 28th, 2009. Simran, you would have been 2 years old now, learning how to take your first steps, and I was going to teach you your prayers. Ek Omkar, Satnam, Shri Vaheguru. But you never could have anticipated what I already knew, that the pills that I was forced to take to create a boy were the pills that were going to kill you. $750 for each pill that I took. One pill once a day, and it didn't matter if I had enough money to pay for it. My mother-in-law would only accept a grandson. No thoughts that the daughter that I would give birth to would be just as good as one, but no. First your collapsing lungs, and then your shrinking bones. The congratulations kept ringing from the phones. They said after this miscarriage I would try again, and I would give birth to a dozen sons. I would create men. Another female life slaughtered. The demands for a son never far from my ears. I was left with the blood of my daughter's life in my tears. Tell me, which body should I mourn? Hey Rabba, save my Simran, the daughter that was never born. May 12th, 2010. Sunpreet, you would have been 1 year old now, playing with little rackets and gummy things to chew on as your little teeth would grow. Blooming bright like the tulips around you, you were going to be a spring baby. But how could I have told you? How would you have known that the man responsible for half your life was the man who wanted to end your life for half the price? The abortion was going to take place within 2 days. Should I run with you, or should I stay? But where would I run to? There was no money under my name. He would come after me, and life would become the same. A rape tonight, tomorrow, and again. He wished to father thousands of men through one of me, and the one of me was so afraid, and so I stayed. Another female life slaughtered. The demands for a son were never far from my ears. I was left with the blood of my daughter's life in my tears. Tell me, which body I should mourn. Hey Rabba, save my Sunpreet, the daughter that was never born. June 24th, 2011. Dear Mandeep, you were supposed to be born today, and while today was supposed to be your birthday, it became your death day, and I am so sorry. I was taught that all lives are worth living for, but I ended yours too soon. See, if I didn't kill you myself, he was going to kill me instead. You were the fourth miscarriage in the carriage that I held of faded but never forgotten bodies. I needed a son, or I would become another lifeless body at the hands of my husband. Mandeep, I should have died trying to save you. I mean, isn't that what mothers are for? I hope you can forgive me. May you come into this world as another mother's little girl, for I was too weak to carry you. Another female life slaughtered. The demands for a son are never far from our ears. We are left with the blood of our daughters' lives in our own tears. Tell me, which body will you mourn? Hey, Rabba, save my Mandeep, the daughter that was never born. Hey, Rabba, save them from our murderous hands, or the lands that you have so wonderfully created will be empty of all women, be left with only man and littered bodies of young girls unborn. Hey, Rabba, tell me, which body will you mourn?